Good morning. The last Sunday in April. Been a long month. When we think about it, it's been a busy month. Busy. We had so much going on this month with all the Easter goings on and such that I haven't had an opportunity to talk about the power of the month. And the power of month in our study of the 12 powers, the power of our month of April is love. Yes, it's love. We would think that, love would be in February, but February is strength. Yeah, I spoke about strength in February. I also spoke about love in February, but I am going to be redundant.
You never talk too much about love.
I can't. Thank you. Good point. So April is the month of love, and you, my friends, are the messengers of love. Yes, you are a messenger of love. Let's take a look at that. What is this love of which you speak, David? It's only the most important building block of the universe. Important building block of the world and of your life. Because love is the cause of it all. Because of this unimaginable power and presence, this presence of divine love expressing itself is the cause of existence. It is the purpose of existence. It is the power of existence. Love is the creative energy of the universe. I'm going to say that again. Love is the creative energy of the universe. The world, your life, everything is because of the energy of love. It is the power of existence itself. Love is the creative energy, so for us in our lives, it becomes the doorway of fulfillment. It becomes the avenue of every abundance we could ever imagine. And when you get right down to it, love is the reason and purpose of your life. Each of us here, whether we believe we're here by choice or by chance, take your pick. Each of you here are a center of consciousness through which divine love expresses and creates. One of the things we like to banter about in unity a lot is we are co-creators with God. That's one of our favorites, isn't it? It's true. We are co-creators with God because we are centers of God energy, centers of Christ energy. That's what that energy is. That energy is love. And that's why we're here, to co-create, to build the energy of love that is in our world and that is in every world, throughout the universe, throughout creation. Marianne Williamson, in her book, Return to Love, tells us, love is a participatory emotion. In holy relationship, we take an active role in creating the context in which the interaction can unfold most constructively. It's a participatory emotion. Now, this holy relationship can be between one another, can be between you and spirit. But it is a participatory relationship. Love is participatory. It isn't just the giddy feeling or emotion of attachment or belonging that likes to sell jewelry. It likes to buy jewelry for that fact. Love is the foundation of your creative power because it is creative power itself. It is participatory because it creates a connection between centers of consciousness through expression. By doing so, it releases more of its energy into the world. I'm going to say that again. Love is participatory because it creates a connection between the centers of consciousness through expression. By doing so, it releases more of its energy into the world. Charles Fillmore, in his book Talks on Truth, tells us God's thought is love. God's thought is love. The inherent potentiality of the God self, which knows neither person nor thing, mine nor thine. It is but a universal brotherhood in which perfect equality and justice reign in joint supremacy. Love knows neither person, things, mine, nor thine. Love is. It's a universal energy of creation. That's great, David. I relate to all that. But how am I a messenger of love? You are a messenger of love, and I'm going to tell you how. Think about it. How many times a day do you have the opportunity to do, say, or be something nice, something kind, something that will bring even a little bit of good into the world? And in doing so, you do it just because. You do it just because. Just because it's the right thing to do. Just because it's a nice thing to do. Or just because your heart tells you to. That, my friends, is the creative power of spirit moving through you. That, my friends, is you being a co-creator with spirit. I'm guessing that we've all heard the phrase, paying it forward. Have we not? We've heard paying it. They made a movie about it, for goodness sakes, with a cute little boy, about paying it forward. It's doing something nice for someone in return for someone doing something nice for you. Instead of returning the favor to the person who was nice to you, you pay it forward. You are nice to someone else. That's great. I do that as much as I can. But think about it. It starts somewhere. The whole series of paying it forward starts somewhere. It starts because of someone doing something good just because. That's where it starts. Just because they are a messenger of love. They felt that little urging to put positive energy in the world. And they did. They did it without thought of getting something in return. Without thought of reciprocity. Spirit does its greatest work outside of reciprocity. We do it just because. The greatest explanation of how to use your creative power of love in your day-to-day life is that famous phrase in 1 Corinthians. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful, arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Expressing love is a way of being. That way of being is what brings a sense of fulfillment and joy and well-being into our lives. To express love is to show patience in traffic, which has calmed down a lot these past couple weeks. Showing love is showing patience. Patience in traffic. Patience with children. Patience with a person who has 13 items in the 10 item or less line and is paying with a check. Patience with yourself. As many of us are getting on, we are discovering new things about ourselves, about things we can't do anymore, or we can't do as well. We're discovering things about ourselves all the time, and it takes patience with ourselves as we adjust to our new ways of living. Because we are still the alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic, conscious person we were 30, 40 years ago. And sometimes it takes patience and understanding to get it that, yes, this person looking at me in the mirror is me. And I am still capable of love, of expressing, and of being the highest and best that I can be. That takes patience with yourself. And that is love. That is the creative energy within yourself working with yourself. To express love is to be happy for someone because of their good fortune, and not resentful because it was not yours. I used to be in the antique business, and that was rampant. Somebody would make a good score, make a good hit, as they called it. Buy something for a few hundred or maybe $1,000 and sell it for 10, 15,000. Most people would be angry. Oh, why did they deserve that? They deserved it because they did the work for it. They studied. They knew what that thing was. You passed it up. This guy paid a bunch of money for it, and he got gobs of money back for it. He was rewarded for his work. We should be happy when somebody reaps the benefit of nothing, because God just plopped it in their lap. Yay, God. Yay, you. If it happens to them, it can happen to me. I still play the lottery about every other week whenever I remember. Can't win if you don't play. Love is kindness. Love is a simple act of kindness. The greatest, most cumulative expression of love is the little things we do for each other. They add up to a greater feeling of well-being, which comes from fulfilling your purpose on the planet. That is simply to be a good person and be that the best way you know how. Whether you know it or not, that little selfless act of giving, doing, or being comes from that creative energy that is you. That urge to put more good into the world is love expressing through you. It is the creative energy of spirit moving through you, creating more of that energy. It's a domino effect. As you feel better about yourself, you do good things in the world. As you do good things in the world, others feel better about themselves. As they feel better about themselves, they do good in the world. And on and on and on and on. And so you lift up all of humanity simply by buying somebody's breakfast. I like to do that now and again. At the diner that I go to for breakfast, every so often I always look around and see who's there. Well, if I see a single mom or dad with their kid or two little kids, good chance I'll buy their breakfast for them, anonymously. If there's a couple of young lovers there all twittering over their breakfast, I like to buy them breakfast. It makes me feel good. And every so often I get to see their faces. And they definitely feel good about it. And they're going to take that out into their day, out into their world. I changed somebody's life for just a couple of bucks. Although it keeps getting higher and higher, but that doesn't matter. Love does not need a reason to express. It does not depend on reciprocity. It does not need a reason to create. That's the foundation of a primary tenet in unity teachings. We teach original blessing. Original blessing. That you do good because it is your nature to do good. That's what we teach. That's original blessing. You do good because you are created in the image and likeness of God. And that image and likeness is unconditional love. To quote one of my mentors, Deidre, she said, you cannot be what you are not. And you cannot not be what you are. And you are God expressing. So this week, folks, as you go about your day-to-day, take a moment now and again and notice the opportunities you have. And notice the opportunities you have taken to be a part of this creative process. And acknowledge to yourself that I am a messenger of love. I am a messenger of love. Say that with me. I am a messenger of love. Say it like you mean it. I am a messenger of love. Yes, you are. God bless us.